This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, July 17th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Just a quick note that in case the S hit the fan late last night, this DNB was recorded late last night because as it is releasing, I should be on a boat to the Thomas Point Shoal Lighthouse. I'm following up on a prior podcast, which was all on the renovations, and they are well underway and almost complete. So we're going to follow up with the folks out there at the lighthouse. So you want to keep your eye out for a new podcast on that coming up pretty soon. Due to the expected hot temperatures and excessive humidity forecast for this weekend, Anne Arundel County is opening their cooling centers across the county today at 10 a.m. The county says that temperatures are expected to reach the high 90s with heat index values in excess of 107 degrees. We'll see what George Young has to say about that in a little bit. But if you do need to get to a cooling center, they are located at the 4 police district stations, the Northern District in Laurel, the Eastern District in Pasadena, the Western District in Odenton, and the Southern District in Edgewater. Pets are not allowed. They will make accommodations for service animals. Kids must be with an adult, and they will enforce social distancing guidelines. The county did release some tips to make sure that you stay safe in this hot weather. Drink more fluids. Don't drink liquids that contain alcohol or large amounts of sugar. Stay indoors if at all possible, and stay in an air-conditioned room if you can. Wear lightweight, light-color, loose-fitting clothing, and never leave any person or animal in a closed or parked vehicle. Well, we were waiting with bated breath about some scandal that was going to rock the Washington Redskins that the Washington Post was sitting on for the most part of the week, and yesterday afternoon it broke. The Washington Post reported on Thursday that 15 female former employees said they were sexually harassed during their time with the team. And earlier this week, 3 long-term employees of the front office either resigned or were fired. And as expected, Dan Snyder lawyered up and said he is reviewing the culture, the policies, and the allegations. As if the man doesn't have enough on his mind right now. The Anne Arundel County Fair announced yesterday that it is canceling this year's fair, as well as the Halloween Happening, which is the annual haunted attraction they have in October. The Maryland Renaissance Fest is still undecided at this point, and actually we're going to be speaking with Jules Smith on Monday, who is the general manager of the Ren Fest, to talk about what may or may not happen this year, what it takes to put on the Ren Fest, and a whole bunch of other things. So you want to look for a bonus podcast sometime mid next week. Hey, this is good news for Annapolis business. Do you remember when the county put $5 million into a fund that was to be administered by the Anne Arundel Economic Development Corporation to small businesses? Well, in the city of Annapolis, 142 businesses took them up on the offer for a grant of up to $10,000. All told, the city businesses received $959,644, and these grants could be used for any business that had less than 50 employees and was in good standing with the state for the purchase of personal protective equipment, signs, technology, training, anything to really help your business cope with the COVID situation. That $5 million from the county did come from the CARES Act, which the county got $121 million, I believe, and there is money left over. So if you are a business and you do need some money to get yourself back up on your feet, whether it be signage, cleaning, software, technology, go to AAEDC.org, put your application in, and you might have a grant of up to $10,000. From what I am hearing, that is an incredibly fast turnaround, like 2 to 3 days. And finally, as we wrap up, Travis Pastrana never rests. If he's not racing, jumping, building a stunt, chasing down his 2 daughters, you can be sure that he's working on something new. And that something new is Circuit 199 in Sudlersville. It is a state-of-the-art racing facility that he hopes to build to be able to train top drivers and teach the new batch of drivers that are coming up. It's also going to have a progression park where FMX, BMX, and skateboarders can hone their skills and take them to the next level. And it's also going to have a pump track and skills course to promote fitness to youth using the track for bicycles, skateboards, or scooters. He'll have a bunch of other entertainment there as well, but like here in Annapolis, the establishment is fighting him. It was good to catch up with him the other day, so you definitely want to check out that podcast that we released yesterday afternoon. All right, that does wrap it up for today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net for updates to these stories and more throughout the day. Let your friends, family, and colleagues know how to get a podcast, how to download a podcast, and how to get a hold of this one. And if you are someplace where you can rate us or give us a review, please do that. Other than that, hang tight. We've got George Young with your local DMV weather forecast, and it should be a hot one. Right after, Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, July 17th. Yesterday brought mixed skies after a couple of days of near max sunshine Tuesday and Wednesday, and today will bring more of the same, though it'll come with hotter temps, higher humidity, and a greater threat 4 p.m. showers and storms. Look for highs today in the 88 to 96 degree range across Anne Arundel County, with heat indices in the 95 to 105 degree range, followed by even hotter temps this weekend, with highs in the 92 to 99 degree range each day, along with a daily chance of PM storms. And looking ahead to next week, it'll be a continuation of heat and humidity with temps Monday, likely in the 95 to 103 degree range for afternoon highs, followed by more 90s across the board through at least Wednesday with daily showers and storms likely impacting parts of the region. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
It's the most important ring you'll ever have. It's the one that goes on the third finger, left hand. It's the engagement ring we design and create for a couple in love. It may not be the biggest diamond you'll ever own, or the most expensive. It might actually be quite modest. But there will never be a more important one. Look at what it's saying, and we'll say, forever. This is one of the delights that comes with doing what we do. Being part of all that here at Zachary's Jewelers. And with 6 designers on staff, there's nothing you can imagine that we cannot create. If you'd like to design your engagement ring with us, come to Zachary's.
Zachary's. Online at zacharysjewelers.com. More than a jewelry store, a jeweler.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.